Hi, hello YouTube. This is Cool Lectables. I'm coming to you tonight with another video. Today's another unboxing video, but I've already unboxed it. I kind of doxed myself in that video. So here we go with take number 2. Just a bad new YouTuber attempting to make some videos for fun. What you missed with the unboxing is PSA boxed this pretty nicely. This is going to be a box of graded gold star cards that I'm getting returned from PSA. And yeah, they shipped it well. They shipped it semi-quickly. I am only like an hour away from their headquarters. And you all missed me struggle with my handy-dandy X-Acto knife trying to open it. So that's all you missed. Now we can pick up with the cards and the reveals. Here's the first one. This is an Alakazam 5. Normally, I kind of try to collect only 10s. I know I've mentioned that in prior videos, but I bought this card a long time ago from kind of a sketchy seller, and I didn't know if he was going to ship it because he kind of took a little while, and the price was almost too good to be true. So to have this authenticated just feels awesome, confirms it wasn't fake. I mean, I knew it wasn't. It totally looked legit and it checked out, but you never know sometimes. So very happy to have this in my collection, even though I know it's a 5. I did anticipate kind of a lower grade because of scratches in the hollows and some markings on the back of this one. But I mean, it's a very clean 5. Again, was kind of hoping for like a 6 or something, maybe even higher. This one also has a swirl kind of right by the ear there. I'm not sure if the camera and the lighting is picking it up, but very cool card. I do love the gold stars. I think they hold a special place in my heart. How they kind of exit the fourth wall of the card, and they were some of the first ones to do that, which feels way less special nowadays that there are full art cards just totally breaking barriers and walls on cards. They're no longer confined to that box. Here we go with the second card. And this is a Metagross, and it got an 8, which for me is a great grade. You always hope for a 9 or 10. I don't think this one had a shot at the 10, but I definitely felt it was worth grading, and it certainly was. I have contemplated selling these gold stars, not all of them, but some, maybe to fund other things or to, kind of reinvest certain things in the collection. And this was kind of on the top of my chopping block. But I just love Metagross. I think the silver and gold two-tone color of his shiny variant is really cool. He also made an appearance in the in the anime as a shiny, which is pretty rare. Each season may have some shiny Pokemon featured, but pretty rare to have one. So to have such a cool one, I think there's also Swirl in this one. It's real small. It's going to be hard to pick up, but it's right under the kind of arm there. But yeah, very cool card. Happy to add it. And pretty happy with an 8. Here's the next one. We have, boom, Pikachu. So this is a 7. This is a really cool one. Folding the arms kind of in more of like a fighting, I guess it's not really a fighting pose, but it's kind of like a flexing kind of intimidation pose, which is rare for a Pikachu card. So that's cool to see. 7, I thought this was one of the cleaner ones I sent in, so I was definitely hoping for an 8 or 9. But that's kind of the theme, as we'll see, or already have. But cool card. One thing I'll say about this, I've always been disappointed in Pikachu's shiny variant. Him being like a slightly oranger color and not, something cooler like Charizard's black or, something that's gold or, I don't know, just make him red like a Pokeball. I don't know, something a little more spicy than halfway in between orange and yellow would have been cool. But as he's the mascot, I understand wanting to kind of keep it close to the original color so that he's always recognizable. But anyways, I mean, cool card. Happy to have a 7. And yeah, I think the holo pattern on that just looks great. The next card we have is a Mew. So I absolutely love, on the other hand, the Mew's shiny variant. Blue is really cool, especially as originally pink. I think it goes well. I think it's kind of cool on this like red contrasting background, but then with the water type. This is also a Delta species, which I think is the only one out of these. Yeah, so that's pretty cool that it's Delta species, it's a water type, and then it's the shiny variant. So I think Pokemon did a pretty good job with this artwork and design. The holo pattern on this one is definitely a little different. It's more of like a reverse holo feature. It's not Cosmos like some of the other ones. So I do like that a little bit less. And now the next card will be the Mewtwo. So fitting, this one comes right after the Mew. It's actually the cert number. It's one after. So this one ends in 89. This one ends in 90. So these two are consecutively certed, which I tried to do intentionally, and I'm glad they kept the order of that. So this Mewtwo I knew was clean. I knew it had a shot at the 10 maybe. So to get a 9, I definitely, that was the peak of my expectations, even though I just said I thought it had a shot at a 10. I knew that shot was not super realistic. I was expecting like maybe an 8 or 9. So to get the 9 on this is awesome. I mean, that just truly elevates this card. I know I'm a bit of a 10 queen, but to have a 9 and a gold star that you graded yourself, I mean, that's a pretty cool accomplishment. And yeah, my only complaint with this card, I think the card looks awesome. The purple background with the darkness and the kind of the Psybeams or whatever that is in the background are very cool. But the green kind of tint on his shiny variant, I think, is a little lackluster, especially compared to some of the more modern shiny variants. But I get that it's kind of playing with the light and the shadows because UC Mewtwo is almost black as well, almost like a shadow Pokemon. So overall, I think this card's really cool. I think his pose is awesome. His, the holo pattern is the Cosmos I love. And it being back-to-back is cool. I wish they were the same grade as the 9, of course, but very happy to add this one. Huge win on grading that, even with the upcharges that PSA charge, which we'll get to that. But the final card, which maybe I just spoiled, is the Rayquaza Gold Star. So this is probably the most expensive card I have in my collection. I definitely was hoping for an 8 or 9. Getting a 7.5 was a total surprise. That's a very weird grade. PSA hardly gives half grades ever. So what that means is one person basically said it's a 7, one person said it's an 8, and they could not decide. I really wish the person who gave it an 8 was a better negotiator. Then this would be an 8 instead of this weird wonky 7.5 that no one really wants. But this is a pop 8 now. So there's only 8 7.5s in the world, and this card's from 2005. So it's a pretty old, card to have that low of a cert number or a population number. So very cool to add this. I think the best art. I think this card is super desirable for a reason. It's obviously from a set that's super short printed, super rare, and then the artwork on it mixed with the popularity of the Pokemon mixed with an actual good shiny variant as opposed to the Pikachu or the Alakazam are pretty lackluster color variants. So here's my attempt at a close-up, and the case is kind of blocking maybe some of the great holo features. But yeah, all down the card you see the sparkle of that kind of Cosmos foil. Very cool. Yeah, that is now one of the coolest cards in my whole collection. So here are the gold stars again. There's 6 in total, which I sold a few before grading this to kind of fund this grading project. And they were ones I was less attached to, like the legendary dog trio. So I think this went well. I'm kind of kicking myself for not grading them back when PSA did not upcharge, but I think it came out well. It's nice to know these cards are authenticated. Like I said with Alakazam, I bought it from a sketchy seller, and then the other 5 came from the same seller who was like an old lady who was consigning with one of my personal friends. So that's a bit of a weird story. Whenever you hear old lady has Pokemon cards in her attic, you kind of are a little red flagged about it, but clearly no, she's just a collector with some heat. And yeah, bought these back before COVID or right around COVID, and now it's cool to have them finally authenticated, protected in a case, and we'll go from there. PSA did upcharge me $2,400 for these, which was pretty steep, but that is the price you pay nowadays. Grade your cards early before they keep increasing those fees and kind of the value you have to declare. So for now, these are all staying in my collection, but we shall see, right? Anyways, thank you. This has been this has been great. My name is Collectibles, and I hope you all have a wonderful day or evening or wherever you are watching this. And thank you so much. If you could please like and subscribe, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.